How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And you know what time it is. It is time for the joke of the day. If you're new to this channel, we do this 5 days out of the week. Maybe you had a maybe you had a stressful day, or maybe it was the market conditions. The markets are actually great, but you came to watch this video, plus hear one of my corny jokes. Here it comes. What is the smartest insect? A spelling bee. Not too bad. But anyways, what we're going to be talking about today is OCGN, which ended up posting up a green day. I know many of you are going to be excited about that. But one thing that did happen, we ended up testing into the $5.83 level. And then we had a lot of buyers that were stepping in wanting to pick up some cheap shares. And this is why I say you want to be patient when it comes to your overall entries. I'll talk about it more inside this video. I won't waste any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you're a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to go over is the technical analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know support. We want to know resistance. We want to know what it looks like in a bearish case scenario and as well as in a bullish case scenario. And then we're going to go on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information. The reason why this short interest is important, it does have an impact on the way the stock performs. And then we're going to be taking a look at the order flow distribution. We want to know what was the buying and as well as the selling behavior like on the retail side and on the institutional side. And then when all of that is done, we'll be going into the final thoughts and as well as some more details. So let's get to it. So we're going to do a technical analysis for OCGN. Let's see how it performed on the day. So it ended up closing at $6.31, being up 4.64%. On the low, it tested $5.83, and then on the high, testing $6.36. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you could see we traded at 13.361 million shares, and the average volume over 10 trading days being at 16.287 million shares. As you could see right away, not too bad for the overall volume compared to the average, and we also ended up seeing some strength in OCGN stock. Now, when we take a look at our chart, which is the daily chart, we can see from the RSI down below, it is at 37.54. And then when we take a look at our moving averages here on the chart, we are below the 50-day, the 200-day, the 100-day, and as well as the 21-day EMA. So yes, we are in bear territory, but as you saw, we ended up testing $5.83. In my video from yesterday, I was saying in the worst case scenario, we could test right here around 565. So it was good we did not test that area on the day. Instead, I'll take 583 any day. But when we take a look at where we got to on the high of the day, it was at $6.36. So going into tomorrow, I would love to see us hold up the $6 level, and most preferably, I would love to see a test right here around $6.70. And if we don't get that, then I'll be looking forward to seeing that sometime next week, because I feel if we could pass this resistance, then we can make this move, and then we can get to see if we can reach $7.08. So that would be the bullish case scenario. As far as for the bearish case scenario is concerned, we did test 583. So if we were going to pull back even more, then I'll be looking for some strength right here around the 570 level. I think today kind of really confirmed that as far as 560s is concerned, unless something catastrophic happens, it's not going to occur with OCGN, especially if the markets are being strong. So let's see how it performs going into Friday. So we're going to take a look at the short interest information for OCGN. So for the dark pool short volume ratio, it is at 49.25%. And then for the dark pool short volume, it is just over 3.38 million shares. Scrolling down further on the page, the short shares availability is at 600,000, updated 12 minutes ago. And then for the short ball free rate, it is at 1.56%. When we take a look at the history of the short volume ratio, we could see for the close of the 30th, it was at 48.80. And then for the close of the first, which was yesterday, being at 49.25. So it has gone up. So what this tells us right away, there's a lot of short squeeze potential in OCGN, but there also is a lot of negative market sentiment around the stock. Many shorts are saying, you know what, this stock needs to pull back even further. So as a trader, you want to make sure that you're going to be in the right direction if you're going to be jumping into this play. If you're looking at it as a long-term investment, then you want to make sure you're maximizing your entries. And we've been seeing, as far as when it tests into that $5 range, this is not too bad because we always seem to get a bounce right back to $6 or above in regards to strength. So now let's jump into the order flow distribution. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for OCGN. So we can see here on the inflow is at 16.02, and then on the outflow it was 18.73. Now when we take a look at the breakdown on the large, it was 0.22. On the medium, it was 9.75, and then on the small, it was 6.05. When we take a look at the outflow side on the large, it was 2.23. On the medium, it was 11.34, and then on the small, it was 5.16. When we take a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, you can see for today, December the 2nd, we have a negative outflow of 2,013.46. And when we analyze the breakdown even further for the small scale orders that tends to represent the retail side, we had more buying than we had selling. And then when we take a look at what happened on the medium, we had more selling than we had buying. And then on the large, which potentially could represent institutions, we had more selling than we had buying as well. When we take a look at the turnover ratio now, it was at 6.72%. So this is up there. But one thing that is very clear, even though there was a good amount of selling pressure, we still had demand for OCGN stock, especially on that pullback. And we also did see some market strength. The market recovered quite nicely on the day, and OCGN was able to actually benefit from this. So now let's jump into the final thoughts, and we'll go over some more details as well. So for my final thoughts for OCGN, it was great to see we had a green day inside of the market. We also have been talking about that $6 area of support. We did end up breaking through it, testing $5.83, but like I said, the buyer stepped in and we were able to close at $6.31. So going into tomorrow, I would like to see a continuation of the $6 level hold, and it would be great if we can make a move getting into this 670 range. Of course, we're going to have to pass the 636, which we had resistance on the day, but I feel if we can get into the 670 area and then see some momentum pick up and the market's getting even stronger, we can get back to $7. But we do know it's going to be a psychological area and there will be some selling pressure, and this is why volume is important. And also, you never know when we might get an unexpected catalyst. Also, when we went on Fintel taking a look at the short interest information, OCGN does have short squeeze potential, and it's part of the reasons why I say you want to keep this on your radar. And also make sure that you're maximizing your entry and as well as your exits. Have a strategy, have a game plan if you're going to be trading this play. I get a lot of comments down inside of the comment section. People will be saying, well, you know what? Yes, I bought calls, I bought puts. And as a trader, you have to take advantage of these opportunities when they present themselves. As an investor, you want to make sure that you're getting in at the right price. So if you're able to grab some shares at OCGN when it was in the $5 range, this is not bad whatsoever. And this is also another reason why I emphasize patience. It wasn't too long ago when I was telling you, hey, do not buy this stock. It'll probably go down to the $6 to the $7 range. I got a lot of flack about that, but look, we're testing into the $5 area and we're trying to hold up the $6 area. And what it's looking like in regards to the worst case scenario, we could pull back to $5.70 if we end up having any more turbulence inside of the market. But again, this could change. And this is why we have to make sure we're on the winning side of our trades, because if you know that you got in at a good entry but the stock is looking bearish, then the best thing to do is just to protect yourself and then think about going back in when the price has found a base. This is very crucial, especially when it's in a bearish pattern that OCGN is in, being below all of our major moving averages. As far as the downside is concerned, we can't be naive of that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to see how OCGN performs going into tomorrow.